Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video solely to discuss about Blackpink. I'll be discussing about Kill This Love, mistreatment and more. First off, I'll start by discussing about their mistreatment. We all know that they're being mistreated by IG, and every single member is being mistreated. You all like to say that Jennie is YG's princess and that she's spoiled rotten when that is just not true. Jennie is also being mistreated. Just because she's put into the spotlight more doesn't mean she's spoiled. Jennie is extremely popular in Korea as she's pretty much just ideal Korean beauty standards, and she's also popular abroad since she has that swag. Given that she's a rapper and has also been raised somewhere over than Korea. Yes, Jennie has a solo, but you'll need to realize that Jennie had scandals and YG didn't do a single thing to help her. They just blocked and removed videos regarding the lazy scandal, and when the whole Jen K dating scenario broke out, YG really said Jennie thought K was an Uber driver, which was actual BS. I think we can all somewhat agree that something must happen to Jennie in order for the whole lazy scandal to happen. You could tell she wasn't happy, yet everyone attacked her, which obviously didn't make the situation any better. And with the fact that the whole Blink fandom is pretty much divided, Jennie didn't receive much support from fans. And knowing how crappy of a company YG is, she obviously never got any help from them or got given a break when she needed one. You'll need to realize Jennie was put into the spotlight whenever there was a scandal or something, because she brings in hella money just by herself. YG gives her the minimum, but they know she can bring stuff back in. Jennie is being mistreated as well. She's essentially just being used by YG as well, since she's brought out the dungeon when they need her. Next, I'll discuss Jisoo's mistreatment. You all like to also say Jisoo isn't being mistreated, when she very much is. Jisoo had to ring TV shows herself in order to appear on there. Yes, Jisoo is like an ambassador of brands, but you all need to realize that Jisoo is an idol, not a model. Jisoo gets the least lines, and she is definitely the least popular among Blinks. Every time I see someone mention every member, it's always Jennie the rap god, Lisa the dance god, Rose the vocal god, and Jisoo the visual god. It pisses me off so much that people say that about Jisoo. Yes, she is beautiful in the visual, but it makes it seem as if you will only appreciate her visuals, and that she's just there in the group like Dara into anyone. Jisoo is much more than that, and the demand for Jisoo to learn English is ridiculous. I feel as if Jisoo should focus on Japanese or something, so they can also have some sort of like moment in Japan too. And why is Jisoo's voice most of the time dismissed? I love Jisoo's voice, and it really says something when other fandoms appreciate a member more than the actual fandom of the group. Next, I'll discuss Rose. Rose is, in my opinion, using her obnoxious high and squeaky voice that is being forced. A lot of people drag Rose for her vocals, but you'll need to realize she wasn't meant to be the main vocal. It was supposed to be Mi-hyun from G-Idol. Therefore Rose never received that vocal training that Mi-hyun had. Rose was meant to be a lead vocal instead of the main vocal, which explains why she quote unquote lacked control. Yes, there was a little bump from As If It's Your Last to D4, but do you really think they would practice every day from that 1-year hiatus? The girls probably didn't even know that everything would just be delayed. And do I need to mention how Rose didn't get a solo magazine cover until like a decade later? I don't even want to get onto that topic. Another thing I wanted to discuss was about Rose's weight loss. It's got nothing to do with mistreatment, I'd say, but I just wanted to add that section in. If you compare Rose from debut to now, she's alarmingly skinny. I feel as if Rose was skinny enough since debut, and now she looks straight up bony and kind of malnourished. I see a lot of people be like OMG body goals, but I just feel like she's way too skinny. And also, can the stylist just stop giving Rose a crop top and the same pair of shoes since she's been wearing since she was 3? Thank you. Lastly, I'll be discussing Lisa's mistreatment. Throughout the years of debut and the small amount of award shows they attend, We all know Lisa has been given stupid outfits that are just vile. They're absolutely just questionable and looks like literal garbage next to the rest of the girls. However, nowadays the makeup Lisa is given is quite different from the rest of the girls, minus Jenny, so I think that's a win. Lisa receives a large amount of racism in Korea and it's so crappy that YG does nothing about it. Sure, YG can't change the opinions of the toxic K netizens, but they can somewhat take precautions to how she's dressed at events or the makeup she's given at events. And not to mention, I personally love Lisa singing. However, I don't know what to do. She was given high notes for no reason. We all know Lisa is a rapper, and if she sings, she should be given notes in the range of what she was given in Forever Young. The "I don't know what to do" she's given to sing just seems like they threw that in there to not make the line distribution stupidly unfair. And the last thing I wanted to discuss was about how YG changed Lisa's manager. Lisa's ex-manager was replaced with a different manager and the relationship Lisa had with the old manager was unbeatable compared to the new one. Lisa is now seen with the new manager to be much more like lonely or just emotionless, if that makes sense. I don't understand why YG replaced the manager, and there had been rumors that the new manager is there to spy on her activities in order to report them back to someone else. Finally, I'll be addressing Blackpink's mistreatment as a whole. As a 3-year-old group, it is stupid how they haven't put out a full album and have had basically a comeback once a year. Not to mention Blackpink themselves and Blinks are given the bare minimum. Blackpink not attending MMA in 2019 when it was sponsored by Kaya and Blackpink are ambassadors of Kaya was just embarrassing. I'm pretty sure Blackpink was indeed supposed to attend, but YG stopped them. YG is an extremely sexist group and they give everything to the boy groups. Not to mention how there was a phase where all members were just not happy at all yet was forced to attend places. Yes, they're idols, and I understand this is their job. However, when it's all 4 members and not just one, there's clearly a problem and should be resolved. The next thing I wanted to discuss was the Kill This Love EP itself. I understand that the layout is pretty much similar to D4. However, I feel like this EP was produced just to cover up the scandals YG had, which is something YG always does. I saw some asking, why don't know what to do? Wasn't the title track, and the same with Forever Young. However, I feel like it makes sense why D4 and Kill This Love was the title track. It was powerful, fierce, and it definitely suit the girl crush concept they always pretty much strive for. And I feel like the choreography for Kill This Love is actually really good, except the main part where they shoot a larger gun. I feel like that could have changed, but maybe they did that as a sequel to D4 Korea or something. Furthermore, the whole Kill This Love EP is pretty much made for Coachella and with large stages in mind.